Hey guys, Captain Snow here. This is the fourth and most likely final part I will do on Reforged Ultra Test 2. And that is because this is going to be an overrun of everything I like and don't like. Now, what you're seeing right now is a replay from... My brain went dead. A replay from Blitz that I did yesterday. Regular Blitz. And I want you to just take this in. Just watch this battle. I was on to say a pretty lucky shot, but Blitz is fine. Yeah, the team sucks sometimes, and I get pissed off at it. But overall, the teams are fine. Not the teams. The game itself is fine. Teams are not fine, but the game itself is fine. And I just don't think that transfers over to Reforged. There are many things on Reforged that just do not line up. For instance, on Reforged, if you were sitting here in this bush, shooting across the map like this, you'd be getting spotted. I have done it. I have gone spotted. The spotting mechanics in Reforged need to be fixed because they make zero sense. You can be sitting in a bush and a tank destroyer that is supposed to have good camo values with camo net. I'm running camo net on the 183 in Reforged. In Blitz, I believe I am running improved optics because a lot of times I play it like a heavy. And this was one battle I chose not to. I might have camo net on it, but I'm not sure. But my brain keeps going dead. You can be sitting in a 183 that, I get it, it doesn't have the greatest camo values out of some of the tank destroyers in the game, but it still has good camo values. And it gets spotted from across the map. I just wanted you to think about that. I get that the 183 is annoying, but it's not just the 183, it's every single tank destroyer. The 268 has the same problem. The Foch, whatever you want to call it, I'm Arkansas, I call it Foch. That's just how I was taught. But the Foch, I don't play like a tank destroyer. When neither should you. You should play it like a heavy. Or a rear to medium line heavy. Just like the 263. The 263 is the exact same way. Now, we're going to get into some actual Reforged content that I recorded just for this video. I don't know why the game looks so, like the contrast looks so crazy. That's just OBS. It does not look like that in game. But that's just OBS. I'm trying to record at the utmost quality that I can. I mean, let me go. You won't be able to see it, but I'm opening OBS now. It records at 60 FPS most of the time. And where is video? And it records at 1280. Which is probably not great for my computer, but it records at 1280. So why the game looks like it's got such high contrast, I don't know. Now, this battle is one that's alright. Other than the lag. Holy shit. Okay, maybe it doesn't record at 60 FPS all the time. Maybe I should bump it down a little bit. until I get a better computer. Holy shit. But this battle felt fine, other than some obvious things that happen later in it. And there are some battles that feel fine. And against bots, it feels fine. But when you go up against actual players that know what they're doing, holy crap, this lag is awful. Holy shit, I'm sorry. The game is running fine, it's the recording that is just eating shit. I'm probably gonna have to tone down the recording quality, because that is just awful. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, but it's the only footage I have right now, so we're gonna use it. Yeah, I don't know why the contrast is like 15 million on Reforged. I don't remember it being like that in the other videos, but maybe it was. But yeah, when you go against actual players that know how to abuse the game and abuse the broken spotting mechanics, then it's just not fun. Because you get spotted from across the map while you're sitting in a bush with Camonet activated and a tank destroyer. And it's bullshit. Not to mention all the stuff that I went over in part 3. How expensive it is to upgrade tanks now. I mean, it's, what, 2 million credits just to max a tier 8? Is that what it was? Like 2 million credits? I don't know. You could see it in part 3, I believe it was, where we bought the T28 to see how much it was. But 2 million credits. If it was even that, it might have been 3 million. I don't know. But 2 million credits on top of the other 2 million credits just to buy the tank. That's 4 million credits to buy and fully upgrade the tank. Whereas before, well, what is it? To get all the equipment on a tier 8, it's around about $1 million, I believe. So 2.5 million-ish for most tier 8s without discount. Plus $1 million, so it'd be 3.5 million. So that's an extra 500,000 credits. Which isn't that bad, but I might be wrong. It might be more to fully upgrade it. I'd have to go check the video. Yeah, this lag is crazy. I'm sorry about that, but you just have to deal with it for this one. For the next ones, though, I will record it only 1080p instead of 1280, so hopefully FPS will be better. But for this one, you're just going to deal with it. That too, that shot that just happened, that was aimed directly at that SU, and it missed. Not to mention ramming. Ramming that makes no sense. I was playing earlier, not recording, in an E100 in Reforged, rammed a 20 HP FV215B, and it didn't die. I rammed it at like 40 kilometers an hour going downhill, and it did not die. That needs to be fixed. The guns that you have already not transferring, that needs to be fixed. The only reason I was playing the E100 is because I rebought the gun that I already have. And I'm serious when I say, if this stuff does not change, I'm going to quit the game when Reforged comes out. If keys stay in the game, if commanders stay in the game, I am quitting the game. Because if commanders stay in the game, then we all know that there are going to be OP commanders behind a paywall. And if commanders are removed, then that's not a possibility. So until they are removed alongside keys, there is a 0% chance I will ever play Reforged when it drops officially. If keys are removed and commanders stay, then I might still play. But the game needs to run better because it still is laggy. Whereas I can run the current Blitz on my computer at max graphics at a solid 60 FPS. Except for certain maps that are just, I guess, the bigger maps it doesn't like. And you can see I'm running at 40 FPS instead of 60. Alright, next topic. We're going to talk more about commanders and keys and stuff. I know I've just done a big rant on them, but I want to do and dedicate an entire segment to it. Keys obviously need to go. There's no doubt in anyone's mind that they need to go. Commanders, they need to be balanced better. Because if you put Olivia Vasquez, a max Olivia Vasquez on an E100 and give it all the HP buffs that you can, it will have more hit points than a base mouse. And I'm not kidding. Maybe in editing I'll put a screenshot of a max full max HP build E100 near mouse here. We'll see. Here I'm just playing with the filter system, trying to figure out how it works. It's still not as good as current Blitz, but it's close enough that I can learn to use it. Now, I officially have 10,000 battles in Blitz, and it's because I'm an unskilled player, does not mean I don't know how to play. I know how to play, I just suck at it. And if you don't believe me, you can go look at my 30-day. I'm actually going to look at my 30-day right now. 30, that's 30. We're going to use Blitz Kit. I have a 52% win rate with almost 200 battles with an average tier of 9.4 and 1900 average damage in my 30-day. You cannot say just because I make myself look like I suck or my career stats are so shitty that I don't know what I'm doing, because I obviously do. So you can't use that as an excuse to not listen to what I have to say. There's not much else I can really go on about. The spotting mechanics need to be fixed, because if they aren't, then there's not going to be a reason to play tank destroyers designed for camping. They're just, it's not going to exist. Hold on. Okay. But, okay. Spotting mechanics need to be fixed. Light tanks, also. I was playing in light tanks. My Vickers Light. That should have concealment and movement. I don't know if that's something they're removing. Are they removing all the special tank abilities? I haven't seen anything about them being removed. And I follow every single Blitz server there is about this stuff. I follow Droodles, which many of you might not agree with, but I don't care. It was proven in court that he was not a pedophile, so fight me. That shot right there, that is exactly what I'm talking about when I talk about aiming time. My reticle was obviously on top of his tank. If anything, it should have bounced the upper plate, but no, instead it completely missed. And the IS-4 in particular is a great example. The tank itself is extremely fast. Extremely fast. It's honestly probably one of the faster heavies in the game. Especially when you use super speed boost. But it needs better aiming time. The turret's reverse speed is just tragic. What we need is the old IS-4. Because the current IS-4 is not a great tank. But you can see here, we're cruising at 45 kilometers an hour going up and down hills. 50. We hit 50 for a second. And every single tank in the game is, at least it feels faster in Reforged. And that's not going to help turbo battles. If we want games to last longer, then we need to slow everything down. We need to cut DPM in half on every single tank. And that will fix turbo battles. Because it just will not be possible for anyone to get enough damage out in under 2 minutes. It'll honestly most likely fix steamrolls. Leave the HP the same, just cut the DPM in half. Because then a 3000 DPM tank like the 215B won't be able to go against an entire team and win. Because that happens more than you think. Hell, even I've done it. I've done against an E100, a mouse, who were tuning, and a grill. And won. Because it just has that much more DPM. And that should not be possible. It should not be possible for a single tank to be able to win against 2 super heavies and a tank destroyer. It just shouldn't be. I don't know. I'm rambling now. Talking nonsense. I don't know. Alright, key topics. Summary, what's up? Keys need to be removed. That is the most obvious thing everyone knows. Commanders need to be balanced and not put behind a paywall. Spotting mechanics need to be fixed. Pin needs to be fixed. I shot a 183, not a 183. I was in a 183 and I shot the front of a 4005 and it did not pin. I was fully aimed in. The shell hit the upper plate of a 4005 and it did not pin. A 183mm shell. It wasn't even a head shell. If it was a head shell, it was dead splash. It was an AP shell. And it bounced. And it just seems like tracks are impenetrable. You cannot shoot through a track and then do damage to the tank in this. I've done it. I've had it happen to me. You get tracked, you do not get damage. And that's bullshit because then track spamming is useless. So tanks like the Batchat 25 ton, with running the 4-shot will be useless. Because the main reason people use the 4-shot is the track spam. At least from what I know. And from what my friends tell me. Because if you can't track spam, if you can't do damage while shooting tracks. So, just keep that in mind. Anything else? Keys, commanders, spotting mechanics, pin mechanics. Aiming time, FPS, that's a big one. Now, I did hear that there is, in one of the servers, let me go look at Discord real quick. Wargaming News. Yeah, on Windows, which is what my computer is, so on laptops, Windows laptops, you can run it in DX11 mode and not DX12 mode. That theoretically would improve gameplay mechanics. Not gameplay mechanics, performance. Which I might use that for a little bit and just see what happens. If I'm not already on it, I shouldn't be, because I haven't touched it. Also, that shell that I just fired at 183 is a perfect example of, because you'll see later that E50 did not take any damage, but you did not see the shell hit land. So that shell hit the E50 and did not pin. It hit the flat side of an E50 and did not pin. Unless he magically angled it just in time to bounce it. But you didn't see the shell bounce, so either just got blocked by his tracks. See, there he is. Full health. Either got blocked by his tracks or just didn't pin. Because it didn't miss. You would have seen the dirt plume that is massive and Reforged. I still don't know what this contrast problem is. I've never had this on any game I record. So that has to be just Reforged. And I don't think I did it on my other videos. I'm actually going to go look. I'm going to go look at part 2. And I want to see. Okay, it is there. So it's just Reforged. Was it in part 1? Yeah, it is there. Interesting. So it's not a me problem because it doesn't do that with any of the games. The other games. Yeah, it does it in you too. In part 1. Oh, that's the wrong button. I didn't mean to do that. Alright, let me go back to my channel. Let's go to the one that's actually doing really well. Yeah, it's normal in regular Blitz. And in the Assassin's Creed video, it was normal. So it's not a me problem. It is, or an OBS problem. It is a Reforged problem. That for some reason, when recording Reforged, the game just wants to be at 1,000,000% contrast. Or exposure, whichever one it is. It looks like it could be both. No, that looks more like exposure. So, that's a problem. Because I'm recording on a computer that's not great for recording, but it can record everything else just fine. I've recorded Unreal Engine games on this computer before. The Project Fredbear videos were recorded on this video, and they do not have that problem. Wait, what? Did I say recorded on this video? You know what I meant. Recorded on this computer with OBS, and it did not do that. So I don't get that. I don't get why it's doing that. That's another thing to look into. Yeah. Pretty much it. Okay, one last quick rundown. Keys need to be removed. Commanders, not behind a paywall, or removed. I would prefer if they were removed and crew skills came back. The guns. We need to be able to keep our guns that we already have. So on tier 10, you need to make the guns the first thing you get, or you need to make them free. Because it's not just E100, it's everything. My bad chat, my FE4202. I think those are the only two tanks I have right now that have multiple guns. And just because I don't have all of the equipment on them yet, I had to pay more credits. I had to pay 1 million credits to get the gun. 1 million. Not just 1.2 million credits just to get the gun that I already have. So that needs to be fixed. Aiming time needs to be fixed. Spotting needs to be fixed. This weird contrast problem needs to be fixed. My skill needs to be fixed, but I don't think they can do that. What else? Performance needs to be fixed. That's a big one. And that's about it. Yeah, that's it. Alright. I should have made a script or something to read for this video, but I didn't. So, yeah. Alright, that's going to be it for this one. I'm losing my mind trying to record this. This is, unless one of these videos really blows up for some reason, this is going to be the last video on Reforged. I might do more videos on Blitz, but I will not be doing any more videos on Reforged. At least not Ultra Test 2. If there's an Ultra Test 3, then I might make a video on it. But, we'll see. Until then, keep an eye out for new videos. I'm going to be playing a FNAF fan game on the channel soon, which they seem to do really good, and people seem to really enjoy them. So I'm going to do a fan game. It's supposed to be one of the hardest fan games made. I sound like I'm autistic the way I stutter. I'm not, I promise. I'm just ADHD. Thinking. Okay. FNAF game coming soon. I might try to do War Thunder with Tyler. If I can record it, and record it decently well, I might make a couple War Thunder videos. Portal will be coming back soon. As soon as Reforged is done and I uninstall it, I will be installing Portal and making a couple videos on that. I might make a second Assassin's Creed video, but I don't want to waste my time on something that's not going to do well. And the first video did not do that well. So, if y'all really want to see Assassin's Creed Rogue, go to my channel and go click on the Assassin's Creed video and like it and comment that you want more. If not, then I'm not going to do it. But other than that, that's all I have to say. Fuck. That's all I have to say. Yeah. I can't think of anything else to say. I've had my rant about Reforged. You know my opinions now. I'm gonna be most likely talking to Wargaming about it. Same as you, all of you should be talking to Wargaming about this, because if we don't fix this game, it is going to die. And there's not going to be anything we can do about it. We have to make Wargaming listen to us, because if they don't, they're going to kill this game. Adding keys and paid commanders into this game are going to kill it. There's no doubt in my mind that those two things combined are going to kill this game. Because no one is going to want to pay money for something that's supposed to be free. Druido said it best himself. War Robots did the exact same thing. And it's mostly a dead game now. At least from what I know of it. So, yep, that's all. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Go talk to Wargaming. Go yell at them. Because there's nothing we can do to stop Reforged. They're not going to just get rid of the entire project. So we have to make sure that they do it the way it needs to be done. And right now it's not. It's closer. I will say that. The graphics are better. Performance is better. This time I'm not getting any of those weird graphical UI bugs. It is better. The addition of the tech tree is better, but it's not how it should be. Sets themselves need to be reorganized drastically. If not, just get rid of them. If you really want to put keys onto tech trees, just put them on tech trees. Make there be a small price to unlock a tech tree. Like when it starts to branch off to the different lines. Wargaming is trying too hard to be like War Thunder Mobile and not like Blitz. And we're losing the game that we've played for the last 11 years. Now, while I'm not an 11-year player, I'm only a 9-year player this year. I've been here for most of it. Yeah, no. Alright. Y'all enjoy the rest of this battle. I'm gonna head out. So, enjoy the battle. Make sure do all the good stuff. More content on the way for sure. And yeah, I'm done. I'll see you on the next one. See ya. Bye.